Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So a lot of you guys have requested that I do a detailed review of this Chanel 19S Iridescent Black wallet on chain that I got from the UK. I know that this bag is just beyond gorgeous. I still remember when I first saw this bag in the Chanel boutique, I completely fell in love with it. I was originally looking for the iridescent pink wallet on chain that Chase Amy posted on her YouTube channel. She also posted a ton of gorgeous pictures on her Instagram. However, I couldn't locate any of the pink wallet on chains in any of the Chanel boutiques in the UK. So, but when I finally saw this one, I think this was the last one in the Harrods boutique. I knew that I have to get this bag, and actually the more that I carry this bag, the more I fell in love with it, simply because it's a perfect combination of a classic wallet on chain design, as well as some of unique elements from the 19S collection. So as you can see, the CC logo here is different from the regular CC logo that I have on the wallet on chain. So usually for a WOC, the CC logo is the same size as the ones on the SLGs. So for example, I can show you the CC logo that I have on my card holder. It's a lot smaller than the one that I have on my wallet on chain. I actually prefer to have it in a larger size, just because it fits better for the size of the WOC, and also because it's in this mother of pearl, or the pearly CC texture. I think it's just it looks more elegant with the black color, the green lambskin. So. And I think because of its iridescent black, so depending on the lighting and also from which angle that you're looking at this bag, it just looks very different. Sometimes you feel like there's a purple undertone. Sometimes you feel like there's some green color added to the black. It's just every time I carry this bag out, I feel like I'm carrying a completely different bag. So this bag just brings me so much joy, and I strongly recommend it if you can get your hands on any of the wallet on chains from the 19S collection. Alright, the reason why I'm going to do this video standing up is because some of you guys have requested that I do mug shots in addition to the regular reviews of what fits inside. I totally agree, because myself, I also enjoy watching the mug shots, so that I kind of get a sense of the chain length, and also whether the bag will fit me or fit my height, or the body shape. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate three different styles. I think the three different ways that I can style this wallet on chain, and then I'm going to do another review of what fits inside of this wallet on chain, as well as some of the differences between the 19S wallet on chain versus the 19B wallet on chain, because I know that Chanel has made quite some improvements on the newly released 19B collection. So why don't we start from the comparisons? I can show you a picture that my sales associate sent me. So as you can see, in this picture, that instead of having a snap button, now they have this magnetic closure on this wallet on chain, because I've been wearing this bag for quite some time now, and I always find it tricky to kind of close this bag, because you can see this is the regular snap button closure, and then because especially if you don't fit a lot of stuff inside of the wallet on chain, it's kind of hard to close it properly. I think it's just because here it's a little bit squishy, and then it's really hard to locate the button here. So what I usually do is being really careful and intentional, and see whether it will fit and press really hard. That's usually what I do. So I'm really glad that I actually made improvements, and then also like changed the snap button into this magnetic closure. Another improvement that I made is they actually got rid of this leather strap, or like this leather portion of the bag. As you can see here, like here on top of the flap, there's a zipper compartment that goes all the way to the bottom of the bag. I usually don't put anything inside of this zipper compartment, but the zipper itself with the leather strap, it's really annoying. It's just because like when you try to close it, you can kind of see like it's blocking the way, and then sometimes it just like stick out like so. And then so which prevents you from like closing this bag. And then I know some people are having troubles because this leather strap is kind of it's really hard in its texture, and then sometimes you'll leave like a dent here in the leather. For me, I'm pretty lucky because I think whenever like this leather strap falls, there's a crossing here, like in the quilted, there's a quilted crossing here. So I think you can't really like see from afar whether there's a dent or not, but I still need to be like really careful whenever I close this this wallet-on chain. So I'm really glad that this season they also got rid of this the leather strap, so that it's a huge improvement that I made. And let's see what we can fit inside of this wallet-on chain. So first of all, of course, I'm going to fit my iPhone inside of this bag. Mine is the iPhone 8 Plus. It can fit quite comfortably into this larger compartment here. Some people prefer to put it in the front. You can see like here's a small like compartment here, but for me, because I have like a quite thick phone case, I find it a little bit tricky. I think if I want to squeeze it into this compartment, I can, but I prefer not to because I don't want to like, you know, like do any damage to this bag. So usually I just put it inside of this larger compartment. One thing I want to like highlight is between the big compartment and the zipper pocket here, we also have a very small like compartment in between. I found this really helpful because especially when you're traveling abroad, sometimes you want to put your passport with you, right? So it's quite convenient to put your passport inside of this smaller compartment, this hidden compartment, so that you don't worry about like losing it or like having the passport get stolen. And then also in general, I just find this wallet-on chain like super handy whenever I want to like carry it to a foreign country, because it's pretty flat compared to like the rectangular minis. So if you want to like squeeze it into your like carry-on bag or any of the backpack that you're carrying, it fits quite easily. So I strongly recommend it whenever you want to like travel. And then this small compartment, the hidden compartment in between, is just a perfect spot for storing your passport. Alright, so after I put my phone inside, I also want to put my Chanel card holder inside. I actually got laughed at. Like there's one time when I was at the Chanel store and I was trying to like see what fits into another bag, and I pull my wallet or my card holder from my the WOC, and then so sales associate just like laughed at me, and she said, this wallet-on chain is technically a wallet. I think what she's referring to is like the 6 card holders or card slots inside of this WOC, and she's like, why do you need a card holder if you already have wallet? I guess for me it's just like I'm too lazy. I think I can easily like switch out my the bags or like the body bags that I carry with me, but in terms of card holders or a wallet, I usually don't like to switch around like quite frequently. So I prefer to just like keep everything, all the cards and my driver's license inside of this card holder. And then whenever I want to switch up and use another bag, I can just take this out and then put this into another bag. So it's good to know that even my card holder, the chunkier one, can fit quite easily into this wallet on chain. And of course, I always bring my AirPods with me and my Vaseline, the lip balm as always. And sometimes I feel like I can even fit in my sunglasses into this bag. You might need to like rearrange some of the spaces inside so that it fits better, but it definitely fits inside of this WOC. And then it closed perfectly. And I actually prefer to have everything like filled inside of this bag compared to like having it being flat and empty, because it just like gives this bag a lot of volume. Like, you know, the girl's hair, you want to have volume. And then I think it just looks cuter this way. Alrighty, so a lot of you guys are worried about like the length of this WOC bag, and then because I know like some of you guys might be on the more petite side, but for me, let me give you some like reference point. I'm like 5'6", so it's around like 167 or 168 centimeters. And for me, if I just wear the bag at its usual length, it falls pretty comfortably on my butt. So that's why I usually don't carry it in the front, because I think that will make me look shorter, if that makes sense, because like the chain is too long for me. So I would just like prefer to wear it like towards the back of my body, and then which lays comfortably in my hip area. I kind of like shape my body better, and then so that I think it looks more casual as well. Just for comparison, because I know like some of you guys might be interested in getting like a Chanel mini, whether it's in the rectangular mini or whether it's the square mini. I would say like the chain length for the rectangular mini is way shorter compared to the wallet on chain. So it's a lot shorter. And then I heard for the square mini, it's even shorter. So for the girls out there, I'm 5'6", so just in case you're thinking or like debating between these two bags, take your height into consideration before you purchase. I think usually like the chain length for the rectangular mini should work for most of the girls out there. However, it doesn't mean that we can get creative with the wallet on chains, because for me, I found out 3 different ways of styling this bag. So this is the first way of styling it, right? So sometimes instead of just like carrying it in the front, I usually just like shift it to the back so that it looks more casual. So even if it's longer, it doesn't matter, I guess. So another way that I found, actually I wear this most of the time, is to make a make a crossing here. So you kind of like wrap it around like the flap of the bag. You see like here there's a crossing, an X, using the chain to form an X inside of the flap, and then close it like so. This way you can kind of shorten the length of the strap. And then with this, you can actually wear it on one side of your body. And then you can see like my hand falls really comfortably on the bag itself. And this is actually my favorite way of wearing this wallet on chain. Or potentially, if you still prefer to wear this crossbody, you can also do that. I think it also works for me, especially in the summertime, because I usually wear like the high-rise shorts or like t-shirts. Sometimes I wear like dresses, and then so if I wear like the bag higher, I think it looks okay as well. But I bet like during the winter time, especially when you're wearing like thicker clothing, it might get a little bit tricky if you want to like wear it crossbody with the kind of like the chains like wrapped up like this. And this is the second way of wearing this bag. A third way of wearing this bag or like being creative with the style is to, okay, let me convert that to the original state. Okay, this is the original chain length. So sometimes I would just like make a circle here, not inside of the flap, but outside here. So you see like I made a circle, and then so you just like put the circle around the flap area. So you see like here there's a double strapping, and then you close like so. And now your wallet on chain becomes a double strap bag. So for this, you can either carry it with your hand, or you can just wear it on one side of your shoulder. I don't think you can wear it crossbody, but you can also wear it like so. I think it's a very elegant way of wearing this wallet on chain. I think this is my second favorite way of wearing this bag. So as I just mentioned, although like the chain length for this wallet on chain, it's a little bit like on the longer side, we can still be creative with the chain and then make it shorter, and also works better for our height or like the body shape. And then another thing that I want to point out is in terms of like the thickness of the chain. So comparing to my rectangular mini, I think the chain is definitely thinner. So that I know like a lot of you guys might be concerned about that, because the thinner the chain, usually like the higher pressure it will have on your shoulder. So if that's also like a factor that you want to consider before like purchasing this wallet on chain. But if you were to wear this double strapped, I think it can kind of help, because your shoulder will then feel less pressured because of that. Alrighty. Yeah, as I say, like here's another way of wearing this bag. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys will find this video very helpful. Actually, fun fact about this bag is this is actually my boyfriend's favorite bag out of my Chanel collection. I know obviously he's not into pink or anything, a girly color, but he really liked this bag. I think it's just because it's first of all, it's in neutral color. It's the black bag. However, it still has like a little bit like bling to it because of the iridescent leather. And also like the champagne gold hardware, it just like looks so sparkling under any kind of lighting. And the fact that in different lighting, this bag will look different also adds a lot of, points to, in terms of like ranking my Chanel bags in his in the guy's system, or from a guy's perspective. So that's pretty much it. I hope you find this video very helpful, and if you have any questions about this Chanel WOC, please feel free to comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!